Are you a gamer? Are you a fan of comics that are related to games? If yes, then there's a chance that you'll find the No Scope Webtoon quite interesting and relatable. Actually, even if you're not really a gamer, you won't have problems in reading this series since it explains its gaming terms or jargon. Anyway, unlike most anime or manhwa, which has games that take place in virtual reality or in another world, characters in No Scope play this online computer game called the Psionic Vagabond, or Saibon for short. The art is nice, and the action scenes are pretty cool. Its stories might not be as impressive as the others though, and admittedly, it can get boring and dragging at times, but try to read more. Then you'll find out that it can actually pull off some good twists, and the characters are more than what they appear at first impression. So, the more you get to know about the characters in the series, you'll find them more and more charming. They made me fall in love with the series. Instead of telling you guys about the plot, I'll give you an overview of what kind of characters and relationships you will be able to see in this webtoon without being too spoilery. So, this girl has a crush on this guy. Yes, she appears to be the hopelessly romantic and clingy type, but don't hate her immediately. I'll explain later. Then this popular guy in school is best friends with this cinnamon roll of a main character. The MC is being bullied by this jerk. He is sort of like the bully stereotype, but not really. We'll explain later. This girl and this guy protect the cinnamon roll from the jerk, and it goes both ways. Anyway, the MC, despite looking plain and harmless, is actually overpowered. A famous professional gamer is even a fan of his, as in a huge fanboy. The MC is friendly with the popular gamer, but admires this guy more. He is the #1 player in their country, and is actually teammates with the other popular guy. Together, they're called the Victorious Duo. No kidding, it's canon. It's probably because they win almost all the time. Did that somehow make you more interested? Well, I hope so. Oh, what if I tell you that some characters and relationships here would remind you of the manga or manhwa you love, yet are still very different? Now, let's try to look into each character with a bit more detail. First, we have this girl. Her name is Juri. Most likely, you're going to find her very annoying as you read the first few chapters. Pretty girls who only has her one-sided crush in her thoughts are so pathetic. It makes them so useless. I have nothing against fans of such characters, don't get me wrong, but wasted potential is just infuriating. Anyway, fortunately, contrary to my first impression of her, Yuri's not such a character. Give her a chance, and you'll find out that she is the queen for a reason. Don't worry, it will only take less than 10 chapters, so just endure it a bit. I love how she handled female bullies, and how she fought back against the male ones, no matter how scared she was. There was even a dangerous person who tried to harm her. It's hard not to be proud of Juri's bravery. Her best moments, of course, are when she's protecting the cinnamon rolls. Oh, hail the queen! A character like her is actually so rare that I can't think of any other female character similar to her. At least, not at the moment. You guys have any ideas? Next is the guy named Suho. No, don't think of that Suho. They're very different. Okay, fine. I guess they're both cute, rich, smart, and multi-talented, but the similarities end there. Suho of No Scope is a gaming addict. He is happiest when playing with his fellow gaming addict. The relationship between Suho and the MC, Yoon, reminds me of Khun and Bam from Tower of God. Bam has no idea about the tower. Similar to how Doyoon is oblivious about technical stuff, they're so clueless that they need the likes of Khun and Suho to teach them stuff. These puppies, although pretty overpowered, need to be protected by their best friend, and together, they aim for the same goal. Khun and Bam aiming to climb the tower, whereas Suho and Doyoon aiming to become professional gamers. Now let's talk about Doyoon. His lack of confidence and terrible social skills make him the classic introvert. But he's so adorable that you can't resist wanting to protect him. Despite his innocent look, he's very OP in the gaming world. A lot of groups are trying to recruit him. This makes Doyoon so similar to Jiwoo from Eleceed. Different organizations are fighting over the overpowered cinnamon roll, but despite their overwhelming abilities, they couldn't have gone that far without the help of a special person. And they still have weaknesses and room for growth. This time, let's talk about the jerk who bullies our puppy. The name is Sander. He used to be childhood friends with Doyoon, but for some reason has become cruel to him. Reminds me of Bakugo and Deku's relationship in My Hero Academia. But Sander's way more toxic and brutal. He made Doyoon so traumatized that the sight of him makes our puppy tremble. He's a jerk most of the time, but he gets what he deserves thanks to Suho and Jury. You'll find out how when you read. Although he has a terrible attitude, he's not a completely terrible person. He's not villainous enough to do something illegal, nor arrogant enough that he won't show respect to other people. Well, aside from Doyoon, I can see him improve as a person after a bit more character development. And I don't think it will take that long. And finally, let me introduce my top favorite character in the series. His name is Jay. He's a famous and overpowered good-looking character, but who would expect that this kind of guy will be a huge fanboy of the blooming cinnamon roll? Remember when I said that there had been a lot of groups wanting to recruit Doyoon? Well, he is the most desperate. He badly wanted Doyoon in his pro gamer team, and the moments when he becomes heartbroken because of the puppy are so amusing. He's also very protective towards his little Doyoon, like a mama bear protecting its cub. Oh, he totally has a motherly side, in addition to his good leadership skills. Jay has this soft, gentle, supportive, and healing aura that even characters in the series see him as a real-life healer. So, to Haikyuu fans out there, Jay will definitely make you think of Sugawara. And if Suga has a Daichi, Jay's got a Minho. Their relationship is pretty similar too. There's a mom and dad. If Suga is the only one who has the guts to lecture the captain, only Jay is daring enough to insult Minho. Now about Minho, whose name might remind you also of this celebrity. He may be the strongest player, but he gets defeated sometimes too. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the main character who does that. Minho is handsome, serious, quiet, and a Korean professional gamer who has many admirers. As a fan of Omniscient reader, I can't help but see Joonghyuk in him. Fortunately, Minho isn't a psychopath, but they sure give off similar vibes. Then I see Jay wear this defense suit, similar to what Kim Dokja wore. And then I see blood on their pretty faces. Now I can't help seeing these scenes as the same, even though they are obviously different. Oh no, stop. Anyway, did you also know about the other anime or manhwa I mentioned? I think there should be, at least one. But in case you don't, you have to check them out too. They're good. I will list all the characters and titles I mentioned in the video on the description below. With that, I hope this video made you become at least a bit more interested in No Scope. So, if you're already reading No Scope, or if you've managed to start reading it, let me know what made you appreciate it. What other characters or series remind you of it? Looking forward to knowing your thoughts about the series from the comments. Likes, shares, and subscriptions would be highly appreciated too. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!